Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Sinner's Commentaries. Today, we are going to cover the game modes in casual match. Yeah. So there are a total of like 6 modes you can play, and we are going to go through each of them one by one. We are going to start off with 5v5 Grand Battle, which is basically a 3-lane 5 versus 5 MOBA. Your goal is only to push all the towers and take down the enemy base. The game ends when the enemy base is destroyed. So I'm going to give you a shortcut guide on the jungle monsters, so it doesn't get boring for you guys. Alright, let's start. If you look to your top left corner, you can see the minimap and how the 3 lanes and the towers are divided. With that, let's head on to our first jungle monster, which is Mighty Golem, or the red buff. So let me read it out for you in case you guys don't see it. Right buff. Normal attacks reduce enemy movement speed and deal burn damage. Melee heroes reduce enemy movement speed by 30%. Ranged hero reduce enemy movement speed by 16 to 30% based on the level. You can see that the melee hero can reduce the enemy speed by 30%, but the ranged hero will not do that much. It would change according to his level. So better to give the might buff to the melee player in early game. There I took down 2 more small jungle monsters. They will just give you gold. And here's the jungle wisp. They will be there on each side of the map. So after killing this, the wisp will travel throughout the enemy jungle and scout out enemy heroes if they are in the range of the wisp. You can see there is a circle around the wisp, and that is the range of the wisp. There it is. It completes 1 circle of the enemy jungle and then it dies and respawns at its own place. Right now I showed you the right side of the ally jungle, and now I'll head on to the left side of our jungle. So this is 1 more jungle monster which will give us small amount of gold. Then there is this spider thingy that will give us gold again, and these small monsters die very fast. Okay, let's head on to this blue buff, sage buff, which is, let me read this. Reduces ability cooldown by 20% and restores additional 2% mana every second. Okay, this buff is really great for junglers because they spend their whole time jungling and ganking, and they need the burst damage and the cooldown on their abilities. Hence, it's a great choice for the junglers. Alright, so just like I told you, there's a jungle wisp on both the sides of the map, and there it goes in the enemy territory. Let's get on to the spirit sentinel, and there it goes. Okay, let me read out. For 60 seconds, recovers 2% of HP and increases movement speed by 60. Alright, so for 60 seconds, it will recover 2% of HP every second, and it will increase your movement speed for 60. This would be really great for ADRs or ADCs or ADC carries, because they can do damage, and as soon as they get hit, they can retreat back and regain the lost HP. On the other side of the sentinel, there will be this abyssal dragon looking very creepy and scary. So basically, killing this will give you XP and gold to the whole team. Okay, there's no more to explain in here, so I'm going to head on to the next monster. And the last monster is King Kong. No, I'm kidding. It's the Dark Slayer. So basically, killing the Dark Slayer is not an easy job and not to be tried early game, because this requires the whole team effort. And the damage it does to you is quite substantial, so better be careful and do not try to take this alone most of the time. If you get the damage, then definitely you can go for it, but I recommend you do it with the whole team because you have sustain. There you go, I took it, and let me read it out what it is. You get a golden circle around you, and team attack damage ability by 30%, it increases. Okay, team recovers 1% HP and mana for every seconds, and it lasts 90 seconds. That's great. So this buff is basically for the final push you make towards the enemy base. to end the match by destroying their base. And it's quite effective unless the enemy is like out-farmed you and stuff by a lot. But most times this is a very good buff and it will help you end the match. So next thing, we are going to head on to Valley Skirmish, which lasts about 4 to 6 minutes, and it's a 3 versus 3 single match. The goal for both the teams will still be same. You have to destroy the enemy home base, and that's it. That will end the match. There, now you can see on the top left corner, the minimap has changed. Instead of a 3-lane map, it's now a single lane map with the jungle. There will be 2 turrets on each side, on the enemy as well as ally, and in the mid there will be this jungle. Okay, so let me cover all the jungle monsters in this mode of gameplay. 20 seconds into the game and these boots will arrive, which will give you like 30% extra movement speed, and it will last for 30 seconds. And after 30 seconds, it will respawn at its original position. Then we have the small jungle monster, which will give you small amount of gold, and Sage Golem, same as I had explained in Grand Battle. Gives us cooldown and mana every second. Well, that's it. With this, we head on to the final jungle monster, that is Karnak. So this fellow is like the Dark Slayer in Grand Battle, but way cooler than him. Yeah. In Valley Skirmish, taking the Karnak totally changes and turns around the game, because this guy is not like one-time thing like the Dark Slayer in Battle, but this guy has like stacks. The more you kill him, the more benefit your team gets. So here it is. Dragon's Curse damage to the Karnak decreases by 30%, and first stack damage to the tower increases. Basically what's gonna happen now is your team can do more damage to the towers, and the next time you try to take Karnak, he will be difficult and more harder to kill. There I am killing the Karnak for the second time, and the benefits are going to stack for the second time. There it goes. The Dragon Curse remains the same. The first stack will also remain the same, and the second stack damage increases by 20%, damage taken decreases by 15%. So basically your team is going to do more damage to the enemy heroes now, and when they damage you, you will take like 15% less damage. So here I am killing the Karnak for the third time, and let me read the third stack. Recover 1% of maximum HP every second. Okay. Apparently Karnak is not like Santa Claus. It doesn't give one-time gifts. The gifts come in installments of 3. In game, I would suggest that after killing one enemy hero, you guys push the lane a bit and try to take the Karnak. The more the stacks, better it is. And 3 stacks is the maximum. Trust me, I tried killing the Karnak for the 4th time. This is me killing the Karnak for the 4th time, but it didn't stack and nothing happened. You just got like a few gold and stuff. See, the stacks are all the same. I guess that's all for Skirmish Valley, and let's head on to the next gameplay mode. Next we have Hook Wars, and this is usually available only in the weekends and not during the weekdays, and it's limited time. And out of all the game modes, I think this is the most fun to play. Maybe that's why you can only play these on weekends. You know what they say, happiness comes in small doses. So this is a 5v5 game, and as soon as you match up, you are given a random hero to play with, a hero you own. If you're not comfortable playing with this hero, you can always like re-roll. You can see right here, there's a re-roll button. You can tap on it and it will change the hero for you for free for the first time. Then it will charge like the rubies or gems every time you want to re-roll again. This game mode has nothing to do with the towers or enemy base. The map is basically divided between 2 parts, one yours and one the enemies, and there will be no jungle monsters in this game. In this, everyone gets a hook. You can see down here And do you see the rectangular box which is red now and there is a wall between it? Yeah, that's called the control zone, and which is a very important part of this game. The goal is stay as long as possible in the control area without getting killed or hooked. Pay close attention to this area. You can see this small cursor moving towards the left, and now the rectangle has gone blue. When most of your teammates are inside this rectangle and alive, the cursor will be on the blue side, and you can see the percentage increasing. That's 4%, and whoever reaches 100% first wins. The more your team dominates the control area, the percentage increases accordingly. That's it. That's all you have to do. You have to just stay in the control area and dominate it without getting hooked or killed, of course. And remember one more thing, if you get hooked by the enemy on their side, there is just one path to escape towards your side. And there it is. Remember, this path cannot be just used to escape from the enemy territory. You can even invade the enemy territory by entering from the side. When in game, you will see these things going alongside the wall. This is basically a blood hook. If you get this, whenever you hook a person, you can do some substantial damage to them before hooking, and the benefits will last for few seconds. And there's this treasure chest in the middle of the game, and whoever obtains it gets gold to the whole team. Also, there will be like 2 HP regen points on your side as well as the enemy side. Here's another incentive. You can see this huge anchor, and remember, to get these incentives you have to hook the anchor. You can't just go to the anchor and just get it by standing there. You have to actually hook the anchor. Getting this anchor will increase your tip of the hook, and this will make it easier to target an enemy. In this game, the enemy took the anchor buff, and there it is. You could see it. It just increases the size or tip of the hook, which makes it easier to hook anyone in that range. I think that's all for Hook Wars, and let's head on to the next one. Next, we have Abyssal Clash, which lasts 8 to 12 minutes, and it's 5v5 gameplay on a single lane. Again, here you will be given a random hero which you have to play with, and if you're not comfortable playing this hero, you can always re-roll for free for the first time, and they start charging some gems on each roll. When the game starts, you will spawn at level 2 and you will get 800 gold at the beginning. You can purchase the items only when at base, and there's no recalling to the base in here, so even if you come back to the base, you're not going to regen your mana or health. Each team will have 2 towers on their side, and your goal is to destroy the enemy towers and take down the home base. Behind every tower there will be a regen point which will regen your HP and mana, and you can get back into the fight. These regen points spawn at 1 minute into the game, and once you take them, it will spawn again in 30 seconds. One good thing about this is, even if your tower is down, the HP regen point will still be active, so don't worry. There's no jungle mode in here, so there is nothing really left to explain. It's self-explanatory, and I guess that's it for Abyssal Clash. Next we have every ego-filled kid's dream, solo battle. You know the times when you're playing Grand Battle 5v5 and there's one guy always on the losing side saying that come 1v1, I'll show you what I've got. Yeah, well, this mode is built for them. So basically this is a game mode for boosting your egos over others, and once you have chosen the hero, you can't change it back or cancel it, and the match just starts. It will be a 1v1 single lane match with 2 turrets on both sides, and to win the goal is to just destroy the enemy base. That's it. There's just 1 HP point in this game which spawns at 40 seconds into the game, and this point will be in the middle of the lane, so make sure you're dominating the enemy so you can keep coming back for the HP regen and push back again. Once you take the HP regen, it will respawn in next 30 seconds. And remember, if you are low on HP or mana and the HP regen point is gone, then you can always go back to the base and it will regen everything for you. Well, there's no jungle, so that's all for solo lane gameplay mode. And let's head on to the last one. The deathmatch. So it's 2v2, 3v3 or 5v5. So this game mode is still in development and I think it will be coming soon, but I'll still read the description for you. No minions, no towers, and especially no brush or jungle. Oh my god, that's going to be fun. Play on a brand new map, 2v2, 3v3, 5v5, okay. Heroes start out with full equipment, matching that of battle prep, and fully leveled up abilities. Oh my god. Okay. All heroes start with double their normal HP but 0 HP regeneration. Wow. Heroes will not respawn after death. Resurrection abilities are an exception. Okay, so you can take immortality and come back. And the game ends when all the heroes from one team have been defeated. Wow, this looks fun. I hope they release it soon because I want to play it back. And that's all for today, guys. If you like this video, please like, share, comment and subscribe. It will be a great help to me and will help me make more videos of this kind. Ciao.